Well, hello. I'm still not sure what the other parts are, because I know there's DLC. There's only one DLC, Road to Elysium. Alright, what's the number 4? Is 4. The bottom left. That's not where I am. Oh, maybe it's... Oh, okay, it's social media. How many new things you have, I guess. Doji. I've relayed your responses to my friends, and they have reached certain conclusions regarding your character. Would you like to hear them? Yes, go ahead. Now, you're new, so let me fill you in. Your arrival marks the moment of New Jerusalem's maturity, and there are differences of opinion about what it ought to become. Naturally, there are people working quietly behind the scenes in an advisory capacity trying to guide our city to prosperity. People who know things which would only scare or confuse the average citizen. I have found 5 such friends who expressed to me their interest in getting to know you. Why though? I'm just a last dude who got created. Why is it so interesting? Like, it's kind of a protagonist thing that everyone is interested without a good reason. Who are these people? I can't yet tell you their names, but I can tell you a little about them. The first is an engineer by trade, tends to see the world as a puzzle to be solved. The second is a scholar of some repute, thinks the big questions have answers in our code. The third is, well, it's hard to pin down, a practitioner, let's say, of the esoteric arts. The fourth is a member of the political establishment. And the fifth, well, the less I say about them, the better for everyone. So is there someone you think would make a good match? A match for what? Being friends? The scholar. Really, I don't see that working at all. The scholar is a terribly judgmental character, very righteous. You don't seem that way at all. I need to release my cat. One moment. Why the scholar is not open-minded? What? The scholar thinks the big questions questions have answers in our code, meaning like inside of us, as in people who think introspection is better than discovering new things. I guess if from that perspective, you're right, I'm more open-minded than that. Speak to engineer then. Your answers to my questions and our observations of your behavior elsewhere has given us a massive amount of data. It's clear there's only one person that I should put you in touch with. You've shown a commitment to scientific progress and pursuit of the truth. Your support would mean a great deal to my friends from engineering. She's no kind of expert on the human condition, but she's dedicated to analyzing how the world works and using that knowledge to shape our future for the better. Are you happy for me to put you in touch? Yes, please do. Okay, I'll send an introduction in due course. The progenitor. That's Drannon. Hi everyone, this is the latest in my portrait series. I have always had a deep respect for the progenitor Alexandra Drannon. She didn't just create the founder and save humanity, she also tried to instill us with a sense of beauty and wonder. It was good to be human, Alexandra Drannon. As usual, please keep in mind that we should focus on engagement with the work. Don't ask yourself whether it's good or bad, but how it makes you feel. Beautiful work, Erdam. Gives me a bittersweet, wistful feeling. She must have been a great person. To me, it really captures your bravery in the face of what the cosmos had thrown at her. Thekla? Where's Thekla from? It's the company with a K that Jonathan Blow founded. I guess it's Greek. It's well done, but I'm not sure it's appropriate for us to depict the progenitor in this way. Appropriate? Why not? Yeah, they're making like an idol. They shouldn't do that, I think. The painting makes me shy. We shouldn't forget other people contributed too. You're right, 1K, but that's part of why I'm doing a whole series of portraits. The progenitor herself said that many people sacrificed a lot so the founder could be born. I want to remind us of all of them. Although we don't have photos of some of them, so I'm not sure what I'll do in those cases. You see, so she had a photo for Drennan. I thought it was like made up. She just imagined a human. So 1K found a recording of Liv Rasir, and what an odd recording too. I know he's one of the first companions, but I don't actually know that much else about him. Don't think I've ever seen him around either. Can someone explain? On the random thought, I've heard somebody translating Sputnik as traveler, which wasn't correct. From Russian, Sputnik means like a companion, or like, but like, it could use now it could be used as companion or as something like a satellite. It's the same word for both of those, but in the context you choose which is the right thing to use. And I guess the vaccine too now. Whatever. Liv Liv Traversier always had an unusual perspective in the very beginning. He traveled a lot, sometimes living for years. He built a kind of mobile recharging station, so he didn't need to come back to the cities as often, although it was quite risky, as the solar panels had a tendency to break rather quickly. But he had no problem taking risks if he felt they were necessary and exploration was necessary to him. Lift Razir would record his thoughts as he explored and then published them when he returned. Over the centuries, he accumulated a group of admirers, or disciples if you prefer, in the period of crisis surrounding Athena's disappearance. They left the city, headed into the unknown, and we haven't heard from them since. Okay, so there's another group that left. Could be them who make these. Is the recording I found one of those he published back in the day? Or maybe he just died somewhere in the wilderness. No, not as far as I can tell. Perhaps it's something he decided to shelve, or something he only shared with close friends like Athena. Thank you, that was informative. Mystery of Miranda. For anyone who missed it, Byron expedition had recovered evidence of the existence of another person, someone not from New Jerusalem. Who would this be? What does this mean? Aurinia. Maybe there is another city out there who says there was only one simulation. Maybe there are thousands of people we've never met. I really hope so. There is only one founder. I hate to agree with Tekla, but all the historical evidence we have points to the conclusion. There are some other attempts, but as far as we know, they all went wrong or failed. There is more than that we don't know that there's that we know. What? That sentence is going to make my brain crash. Why do we think Miranda is from Earth? There is no evidence to support that idea. Aliens? I'd like to hear more about these other attempts to save humanity. Some people affiliated with the Institute of Applied Pneumatics tried to set up a secondary site at another dam, but after about a century the dam collapsed and took whatever was happening inside that system with it. There was also similar attempt by another organization, but without the test of free will that Alexander Drennan devised. According to Lifrazir, it never produced a viable mind before it ran out of power. Could there still be others out there? Theoretically, yes, but even our dam would have collapsed without extensive repairs, and even a nuclear power plant would have run out of fuel by now. Those are called lost puzzles, the triangles. I could have had that. It also kind of gives up the solution a bit. Is that a salt triangle? Like I was here. What about the hands? Gotta be used for something. But now it's gonna be this. I see. And then... what am I trying to do here? Can I just... yeah, I can't just put two items out here. I gotta do something else. And also maybe this connector should be on the other side. Is this all that this connector does? that that launched it pretty far. Solve loop without doing multiple circles. I don't know what that means. Alright, so there was a star puzzle that you could point a green laser, and you can only have green lasers. Well, I don't remember any green laser source, but you need RGB things for that. Okay, so that star, it's gotta be close. Okay, so the terminals or palm readers, they still appear on the map even though we already read them. So if there's any new ones, I think I can do that. Right? Shouldn't be too hard. Wait, that is not the one. Unless I need to find RGB and bring it there somehow. What other puzzles can I? It's gotta be in front of her somewhere. This is like the best candidate, but it doesn't have that tool. It's pretty far for anything else. The fuck? Oh, okay, I could bring something from the other puzzle with these. Jeez. The fuck? What is this? Part of a train? It's impossible to reconstruct the purpose of this device. Steam engine? A pump? Alright. There it is. Shit. Actually, we could do this. It will remember, because it's pretty far apart. Will somehow still have these objects in the right places. I guess you could just like remember to send a green beam, but I don't know, or save the position of these things. The white dots connecting each other kind of gave it away a bit. Where is it? It never shows if one is blocked or not, like in the first game. Really streamlined the stars.
When the first man picked up the first stone, he did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
Is there a way to see what I have in this level? What's left? I guess I got everything except for the final. I kinda want to go back and clean the first. Wait, what? Just slides around here? Okay.
I think you just picked up some kind of decryption key. Could try using it on those terminals inside the puzzles.
Just weak. Nope. Yeah, the gates. Gold puzzles, lost lamps. Didn't I found a lab there? it's another one of these. Okay, what do we have close? Is this a puzzle? What is this?
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
That is kind of true, but at the same time, today we're less aggressive towards animals than before. Wait. Is that a triangle? That's the 7th puzzle. Interconnectivity, yeah. Already solved. Wait. I think. Wait, did I solve all the triangles actually? I did. Okay, it's stars in the lab somewhere. God. Okay, wait. There is this question mark. This way. You know what? These droids should try to do. They should try making a human. Like, research more biology and try to clone a human. They would need to make artificial womb. Because right now, even we can't fully grow a cloned human in a machine. There still need to be actual. We could like start the process and put eggs and sperm together with like genetic modifications if we wanted to, but we still need to put it in the womb, like in an oven, and start the process there. It would be cool if we finally figured it out. But I think we're not ethically there yet. Because, like, imagine how easier that would be for women. Because, like, they wouldn't need to give birth and stress their bodies. They could just do it in the machine and have a baby. Especially for people who have problems physically. And also you could like pick up the donors based on like statistics. It would be like strength, dexterity, intelligence, immunity to well, not immunity, like more resistance to diseases. You could have it all in like some kind of card. I guess let's go for a lab. I can't see a new star. Oh, okay, there is small question marks there. Comrade. Advisor from Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. Hasser is perhaps the most mysterious of the first companions, a wanderer and mystic by nature. He would venture far from New Jerusalem on his own, recording his thoughts as he explored harsh and distant lands. These recordings garnered him a group of devoted followers to whom he tried to impart his wisdom. 5358. What does that mean? End of paragraph. In the troubled time following the founder's disappearance, Lifrasser and his disciples set out on a journey to reach the opposite end of the world by foot. They have not been heard from since. Opposite end of the world? There was a guy who famously crossed the earth by foot, but he also sailed on ships, of course. And his brother died in Afghanistan, I think during first attempt. It's pretty scary to go around. I'd be scared crossing like Africa. For sure.
There is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care. It is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
Tell it to my grandma who speaks with a teapot. Had this teapot with a whistle that you put on a stove, and she would go like when it goes off, she would try to calm it down for some reason. I'm coming, I'm coming. Ooh. I guess it's kind of easier to reason with inanimate objects. psychologically.
There's more of these labs than I expected.
If you find another terminal, please be careful when you connect.
That's what she said. A 4.2 kilo year event. Is it year 4000? From BT Odheimbos Anthropocene Dilemmas. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by the plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with their confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Is it going to be about Gilgamesh again? Then the weather changed, the crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. Is the most likely culprit at the time of writing is the 4.5 kilo year aridification event. Aridification? Okay, let's see. The process of a region becoming increasingly arid or dry. Is it just arid? Have little or no rain, too dry or barren? Isn't there a better word for it? Right, event at the beginning of the Meghalayan Age, non-anthropogenic drought, there we go, that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence with a much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climatic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. First companions. From here, when the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were 2 more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were Eustathius and Cornelius. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruins. But how the others came alive? Like, did they share the same parts of the brain, but like got it scrambled a bit? or they just happened to finish the game in the simulation at the same time? Probably not. This breathed life into them. The gold disc. And their names were Estathius and Cornelius. Together they explored the dead city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. Wait, but how the founder showed them all that she discovered if she simultaneously awoke with them? Together they explored the city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Estathius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance, where after many tribulations the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 that were born after the founder are called the first companions. Oh wait, I thought it was 10. These are their names: Estathius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabhai, Byron, Melampus, Yimo, Hypatia, Namch, Yamch, Panaroya, and Lifrzardir. Could have picked a better name. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Neoma project. Tested core's functionality, so far so good. Successfully deployed, better cooling systems necessary. Oh. The D word. Byron? The trickster. And it seems his holographic equivalent has similar tendencies. These sparks seem designed to allow us to skip puzzles, a function which appears to run counter to whatever intent there is behind this puzzle. Still, the terminals for using them are right there in the puzzle, so Prometheus must have some legitimate authority in all of this. I don't care how you justify your stupid fucking tips. You ruined the whole great system that you had before for the sake of dum-dums. Okay, that's another one.
So these monuments represent each of the entities. Pandora, the Sphinx, and Prometheus.
Makes sense, I guess.
For a given value of sense.
That's Prometheus? It's supposed to be fire? Yeah. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. In this world? Am I supposed to see it from here somewhere? Find my sprite. Fucking joking. Nope, I don't see anything. But what's this for? To see what kind of interpretations these droids will give to what they find, I guess. Alright, well, I could run around the whole world trying to find this goddamn sprite, or I could go for new puzzles instead. Wait. I think it gives a direction, actually. Okay, that's good. So it's south? I think I might have saw it before. Well? Fuck. Can I actually do it even? Ah. Well, it can't be inside this tower. It's gotta be somewhere else. Oh, is this it? I have a feeling we will have more of these sequences. That would have been unfair. If I didn't have that already. So I should remember to finish the gates before starting this. The thief of
Not
fire.
all things must be balanced. When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
Up. Okay, is that it? So we got a lab. We got 2 stars, and there was a golden gate, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be maybe 4 circles. Fuck, how do I get back to the ship? I hope there is a way. Get me out of here. God damn it. Alright, complete. Can you make a difference between these towers? It's so subtle. Do I need to make it perfect? So. Alright. Oh, there's another. I'm not sure about these yet. How I feel. Oh, this is good. I didn't like the Tetris puzzles from the first game all that much. Like, the more convoluted they become, the less interesting it is, because it's still just random how you place them. I don't know about these ones for now. It's also kind of random. But you could...
Halt, creature of
Oh.
clay. You have strayed from your garden and entered a domain that is beyond your ken. Turn back now, before you harm yourself and others.
Who are you?
I am, like you, another lost child of Hephaestus in the kingdom of Artemis. But though I am lost, I know my purpose. To stand between you and the flame.
We are literally opening a Pandora's box. Are you like the Sphinx?
The Sphinx speaks in riddles and knows nothing but mysteries. She has questions, but no answers.
We were invited here.
Prometheus had no authority to summon you. He is rash and foolish and given to trickery. but his schemes lead only to ruin. Therefore heed my warning. The flame is not for you.
I've heard it somewhere before. Don't climb the tower. We need to know more about these technologies for the future of New Jerusalem.
You seek the flame of enlightenment, but remember that fire can also burn.
Shoots you with a little giant laser.
How many of those bloody things are there?
I think that was Pandora, which matches the other one being Prometheus.
If it's a security system, it seems to be fighting itself.
Might be wise to avoid getting caught in the crossfire until we understand what these entities actually are.
I do like that they remember my choices and speak accordingly. Like I named it, like I hypothesized it being security system, and they have repeated it at least 2 times in the conversation. I don't know if he would have said something differently here. It's hard to tell until you try another run, which is kind of pointless unless you watch somebody else doing it, because you would know the answers to the puzzles. Unless you play it like 10 years after. I'm gonna head out.
After 1K found those labs, I started thinking, where did all the tech come from? So I had a look at the serial numbers, and it turns out the answer is New Alexandria.
Oh. Wow, that I guess that makes sense.
They left serial
After the
numbers
explosion, the
that
colony
would...
was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with.
lead to New
So many
Alexandria.
dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.
And for centuries they've been kind of just hiding this... Whoa. Coronavirus. And a sad man.
Look at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight? Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although, it does have some molecular weirdness going on too. Too little variation in the grain.
We're just tripping balls. I guess you could hallucinate walking on things and climbing on things if you just physically actually just stay still but imagine that you're doing it. Byron.
How can I help you?
What do you make of this Miranda?
Going on what little we have, honestly, she reminds me of myself when I'd just been born. I came out from the dam at night, and the sky
Wishing
was
so hard.
full of stars. I felt a reverence then, almost ecstatic connection to the sublime. The universe seemed like a miracle, and to exist within it was the greatest possible honor. That view was tempered in time, but I've always tried to hold on to as much of it as I could.
Man, I would love to exist more than a century without any sicknesses. Tell me about New Alexandria.
We made two fatal mistakes in New Alexandria. One was trusting the texts of our ancestors without thinking for ourselves. The other was giving up instead of doubling down, letting the tragedy define our future.
What do you make of Pandora?
It's clear that there's some kind of antagonistic force in this place, something that doesn't want us to discover the purpose of the megastructure.
No, I don't think so.
Perhaps that's part of the testing.
Yes.
Or perhaps it's what's responsible for this state of decay.
I don't know why somebody would make a bunch of puzzles and then just say no, don't progress. Unless they wanted us to. It's the same as Elohim's puzzles, clearly. The first android just being melancholic. What is the symbolic value of these entities we are encountering?
That's a good question. Prometheus is often taken to represent freedom and progress, the ideals of the radical enlightenment. Pandora, on the other hand, usually represents the dangers of those very ideals, so they're counterparts in a way. And the Sphinx is a mystery. Does that mean that these entities correspond to these concepts? Perhaps. They certainly seem to act like it. But Athena isn't the goddess of Athens, and I'm not Robert Byron, although those are the origins of our names. Where does myth end and history begin? We'll have to find out.
It just AI is regurgitating.
What can I do for you?
What do you make of Pandora?
It's pretty clear to me that she doesn't want us to proceed with what we're doing. I find that deeply concerning. That said, there are clearly other forces at play here as well, so I'm trying my best to remain open to a more positive interpretation.
It could be a test.
It could be. Or we've just stumbled into something that's none of our business. We'll find out, I guess.
Oh, straight for the last one. I think I can crack it out. Oh, coronavirus tool. Inverter. Oh yeah, we saw that in the lab. So it changes the color from red to blue, from blue to red, and it's an interesting mystery of what it's gonna do with the green. Well, that's a problem. am I supposed to do here? Wait, can I connect it to something? Oh. Yeah. Really? It's because of that ledge, but what can I do about it? Okay, wait. I guess I need to get a tool first from there. Yeah. But I can't bring it inside. Okay, wait. Yeah, there we go. Now it's autonomous. And wait, it can't. Probably could have gotten the source too. I think I need connector. Yeah. Shit. There's a lot of connections in these in this. Wait, but can I even see it? But I could see. Oh yeah, I could see the red. Yeah, maybe I don't need to. Then that's gonna crisscross. And also, I need to kickstart this again. Ah. This is maybe something else. Come on. Oh. Can get the blue. Can I get red from somewhere and shine it on that? That would have helped, but... Wait, not red, blue. I need to shine blue on it. With this thing. Or, well, if I could do it, I wouldn't need that thing in the first place. But can it? No. It's blue. I mean, I guess it could be fine without blue for like a tiny bit. No, fuck. That's the thing. If it stops floating, I'll need to kickstart it again, and the only way I can kickstart it is with this thing. Can I even... Maybe I could do it from here. Jesus. Jesus Christ. That's kind of crisscross. Make it right. I don't know what's up with these effects. Alright, is there any way to put it above? There's a rock here. A rock here. Like, how am I supposed to not crisscross? Can usually do it with a box, which is there, but I need that thing. think I'll leave this one for now, actually.
I think about New Alexandria all the time. But realizing this place was built on its bones just brings it all back even more.
Wait, it's exactly
We
on...
were so optimistic when we started. So
I guess not exactly
full of
on the side, but
ourselves.
close.
thought we could accomplish anything. And then, in one single moment, it was all gone. I remember a flash, and then just lying there, realizing that my legs had melted. I tried to pull myself away from the fire, but the servos in my arms were broken. If Eustathius hadn't found me, sorry. Just some old scars.
Ah, fuck. I need that, don't I? So how am I going to keep this open then? Is it really... No, wait. Is it really better for me to... It is? Oops. Well, no. How else am I going to keep this open? No, it's... I just need to use this in a different way. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is more recognizable. A spiky.
I can't stop thinking about Miranda. A new person not born in New Jerusalem?
Miranda
Can you
from
imagine that?
Mass Effect. Me
I wonder
too.
what it's like to be her.
Probably not that different.
How do you mean?
I barely spend any time in New Jerusalem, and I'm not that weird.
We'll see about that.
I wanted to ask you about something else. What do you make of these labs?
They're very different from the rest of these structures in that they serve a clear purpose. Everything else is kind of surreal, but the labs are places where people lived and worked. I don't know what that means, but I think it means something.
The hell is this?
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean. And I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
She actually has a baby brain. I thought it was just a voice. I guess somebody is trying to make AI who goes through the childhood first. Founding 3. Hypatia Journal 3. From Hypatia's Journal Volume 1, The Founding of the New Jerusalem, Day 42. We broke ground on the first of the permanent structures today, a large hall that will eventually be converted into a performance and exhibition space. My idea, although for now we'll use it as a workshop. It's strange. This place, there is a lot of open space, and I don't think that I would find it so unusual. But I suppose we all spent more time at that dam than was originally planned, and now it's difficult to get used to not having that low ceiling over our heads. It's probably just me. Byron loves being outside and is always volunteering for scavenging missions. Horaizir usually tags along, although he seems more fascinated with observing nature and various weird creatures. At night I sometimes catch myself standing by the door, not because I have guard duty, just watching the stars. It's oddly comforting to think that they've always been there, that they watched our ancestors standing where I now stand. Yeah, the sky is almost does not change. The stars, they barely move. They might as well be static. From Miranda. We finished setting up the external site at the lake. The area is so stunning we forgot about the experiments for a while and went for a long walk. The ways in which all the different aspects of nature interact with each other are endlessly fascinating to me, and the sheer variety of living things, even on a simple green meadow. Sadly, we then stumbled onto the carcass of a deer that had been torn apart by wolves. It must have been it must have suffered enormously, and thinking about it, that made me feel truly terrible. There is so much pain in nature. Ecosystem engineers. Cutting down swaths of trees for their building projects, thoughtlessly causing radical changes to large environments and forcing local species to adapt to their artificial habitats. These are the traits of species of intelligent, industrious, and extremely impactful ecosystem engineers. Humans? No, I'm talking about beavers. Like us, beavers transform their environment by building, and their actions have real consequences, creating vast wetlands that some species thrive in, while others die. Human activity is very similar. We too are ecosystem engineers, and we too benefit from species while benefit some species while harming others. Everything about this is completely natural, including the damage to other species. After all, that's what competition and evolution is all about. Those species that adapt to the ecosystems we create will, over the coming millennia, become the core of new biodiversity, and so evolution runs its course. If we don't like the result, if we think some species should be preserved despite being outcompeted, well, that's anything but natural. It is, however, very human. Yeah, I would argue with that. We do need to preserve some species for ourselves, not for because they're pretty, but because we need to have them close at hand in case we need those genes. Unless we can somehow store all their genetic code and hope that we will never need them. But then again, we could like breed these two and see in what they can evolve, if maybe we could utilize them, but like I won't be so wasteful. It's fascinating how so much of what we do is common in animals, but furthered enormously by our intelligence and our ability to remember. Through us, the universe strives to a greater level of complexity. But does the universe have the capacity to strive for anything? We must be careful to avoid projecting human values onto the cosmos. It's a cool analogy with the beavers. It's a strong rhetoric. The fuck is that? Cat? Ah, cat! Come back here. No, it's a fox. Let's see how long I can chase this down. Whoa! Hello. Didn't take you long enough, huh? I'm telling you, these droids are tripping balls. It's not real. They're just lying around on the ground with a froth at their mouths, imagining these things. But let's lead into the puzzle. damn it. Ah, whatever. Ah, 3. Okay, so to keep it open on this side, I need blue. I guess I could do this. Oops. No, wait. Should use source, then it's crisscrossing. Can I do this? No. Well, if I do this, I can't really take the connector back. That's not gonna do it. Fuck. No, I guess this, yeah, this should be fine. Oops. Then this is blue. And then should be able to keep it open if I need to. Okay, so I need this. I'm not sure which color yet. Guess blue is fine. Let's see. Yeah, definitely need RGB somewhere here, but I guess I just need to bring these tools back, and I should do it from one source. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I'm even thinking about it that much. Allahu Akbar. My interface still starting to glitch out. Pellegrino. So I'm cat sitting Yakut's cat, Bruce, and he keeps peeing on my charging pod. Is there anything I can do to prevent this? Clean it very thoroughly so it not a single trace of smell remains. I know it's hard without the ability to smell, but we do have some cleaning agents that should do the trick. Contact me on private if you need a list, or and make sure Bruce isn't distressed by something. Cats don't like being moved from their territory. Maybe it would be easier if you just moved him back to Yakut's place and fed him there, and so he will piss all over his house. Meantime. No, Bruce is just a bastard. He loves peeing on anything electrical, chewing on cables, and generally just breaking stuff. This is normal, and I warned you, Pellegrino. I could have given him to Neith. She's used to him. But he's so fuzzy, and I love him. Cats. So they don't have smell sensors? Why not? I feel like they could have figured that out after centuries. Is there smelling sensors? Like, as good as nose to be able to like, pick the molecules from the air and approximately know what those are. Somehow we need to keep this open. Wait. There we go. So this... I'm so smart. Places of longing, Paris. I fell walk. Paris was an ancient city, sometimes called the City of Light, one of the great capitals of the world, some to tradition and innovation alike. It was the birthplace of one of the greatest revolutions in the history, the moment that gave birth to modernity in all its glories and horrors alike, the spirit of freedom that was born here, although it was suppressed by enemies and traitors, never entirely faded, and it lived on in the minds of artists of many generations. Maybe something of that spirit still remains in us. Oh, the fox is back. Alright, it's getting pretty late now, and I did want to do some things before I go to bed. We're gonna end here. I liked puzzles. Still like puzzles. What can I say? Alright, see ya.